What's up, everybody? You're in the machine. This is a total yoga flow. A lot of times our routine has a specific body part we're working on or a certain goal that we're trying to achieve. This is just a catch-all, head-to-toe yoga program. We're going to work the back, the chest, the arms, the legs, maybe even a little core for strength and balance. It's a good one you can come back to anytime you just want some yoga to get your motor running, and you can alter it any way you need to suit your needs. Let's go. Alrighty, let's get to this all over yoga routine. Nice, comfortable seated position in the middle of your mat, cross-legged, Sukhasana, lotus, whatever it is you like to get started. Let's make sure we can sit up tall. We're gonna rest our hands on our knees at first and start out with just a few cat-cow type motions, rounding the spine to exhale, and then arching the back to inhale. So a little spinal flexion and extension. Separate the scapula when you come down and bring them together when you come up. Lifting the chin. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. Just kind of set your breath pace with this type of movement. And remember, you can always slow things down if your breathing becomes too intense or if you start focusing and holding your breath. This pace of breath we're setting here, these inhales when we open up and exhales when we close, it's kind of like our heart monitor. It tells us if we're going too slow or too fast. Let's do just a couple more. Inhale up and exhale down. On this next inhale, let's bring our arms up cactus style and really squeeze the scapula together as we bring our chest forward. And on this exhale, we'll bring them forward and then elbows down toward the navel as we round. So inhale, open it, little back bend, cactus style. Look up, exhale, close it. Little rounding of the spine, a little squeeze of the abs. Inhale, open, shoulder blades together. Exhale, close, elbows in and then down. Couple more, inhale up. Exhale down, elbows together toward the navel. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right, waking up the spine first. Let's inhale both arms up. And now we're going to do a little side bending. So reach the right arm over to the right and plant it however you want. Palms, fingertips, maybe even elbow. The idea is to lean over as far as you can for a side body stretch, but don't let that left cheek come off the ground. So not only does this hand stop us from falling over, it pushes that hip back to the mat. Let's just take a minute here and breathe. Make sure you're moving to the side, not front and back. We already did that. And go as low as feels comfortable. Remember, we're still just kind of waking up the body here. Some people get all the way down to the elbow. Some people are way up here. Wherever you're at, there you are. Remember to breathe, turning the pinky down, thumb up. Pushing that left hip back to the mat. And let's bring it back to the top on an inhale. And reach over to the left on an exhale. Plant that hand however you like. Lean into it, and if that right hip comes up, drive it back down. Side body stretch. You should feel it through the hip, through the ribs, through the lat, into the armpit. Maybe look up, check that deodorant. Remember to breathe. And when you're even on both sides, let's bring it back up and find our way to a tabletop position however you like. I just like to swing my body over my knees and plant my palms. Remember, knees under shoulders or palms under shoulders. Knees under hips. We'll get the knees under shoulders maybe later, but not till we're warm. Let's do just a few regular cat-cows here. Tailbone up, stomach down, lead with the chest. Exhale, drive away, separate the scapula, tuck the tailbone. That's your cat. Inhale for your cow. Exhale for your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Maybe just a few more on your own. Now let's find neutral again. Engage our core just a little bit for some stability. We're going to take that right foot and swing it toward the left shin, using the knee as kind of like a little pivot point. From here, we drive the left foot straight back, curl the toes, and push to stretch that left calf. Keep the integrity of your upper body here. Don't get all crunched over. Scapula together like we are almost all the time in yoga. We'll get a little hip stretch here, kind of like a modified high pigeon pose. You bounce it a little bit, move it around, whatever feels good. Remember, still warming up. Drop the knee a couple times and lift it. Push the heel back to stretch that calf. And let's switch it out. Bring the left knee back under you. Tabletop, engage the midsection. Bring that left foot toward the right shin. Drive the right leg back straight. Little stretch for the left hip. Big stretch for the right calf. Move it around if you need to. Remember to breathe. Keep your shoulders in place. Sometimes we focus on the lower body and the upper body gets all geeky. We don't want to do that. And as always, when you're even on both sides, let's bring it back under us. Push to bear pose. You're going to curl those toes under you, drive the hips up and then back. So your stomach is on your thighs. Pretty much a down dog with the knees bent. Just hold it for a second. Try to find some stillness. Feet are parallel, knees in front of hips. And let's lift it up high. Push it back, down dog. It's not going to feel great because you're really tight. But take a little inventory of those hamstrings and those calf muscles. And let's step that right foot up. However you get there, I don't care. Drop the left knee. A little bit of movement here in a low runner's lunge. Push the hips down, straighten the leg a little bit. Let's find some stability with the knee over the ankle and lift up. Crescent B. Try to keep your hips square and your shoulders square. Just hold it and breathe and feel it out. Find out what you need for today and what you don't need. Bring the hands down. Straighten that leg as much as you can. Peel the toes back. Maybe a little movement. Feel out the hamstring. Remembering to breathe. Let's bring it back forward. Plant the palms, returning to bear pose. If you have to adjust your depth or your width, go for it. Find a comfortable spot. Try for some stillness. Drive the chest back. And let's lift those hips again and settle into a brief down dog. Left leg steps forward. We're in that low lunge again. Drop the back knee. Move around a little bit, feel it out. Maybe take an inventory of your bumps and bruises. For me to do that would take quite a few minutes, so I just go over the major ones. Find some stability, knee over ankle. Let's rise it up. Low crescent. Hips are square to the front of the mat or the front of your space, wherever you're at. Shoulders are square. Hips are low. Should feel a stretch through the psoas muscle, that flexor. Hands down. Let's push it back to bear. Find down dog. Settle in. Should start feeling a little more open. Remember, your heels don't have to touch the ground. You just aim them there. If you start bending your knees a lot in down dog, you're pretty much doing a bear, which is cool, but we already did that. So let's start this flow. Right leg up. Hips are square, toes are down. Let's shift it forward once and tap the right elbow or tricep. See how much weight I put in front of me? That makes this contact possible. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Send it back. Step it up. Let's rise up. Crescent. Front leg bent, back leg straight, shoulders over hips. If that means you have to be high in the lunge, good for you. As always, first time through, we take a little time to settle in, feel the pose, make sure we're in position. Then we'll speed it up on a breath a little bit later. Let's open this. Right arm swings, looking to the right. Remember to breathe. Try not to lean forward too much. If that happens, just come out of your lunge. We're going to swing this whole thing all the way back to a reverse triangle. Just like that. Little side body movement. Remember to breathe. Now we're going into the regular triangle. We're not warm yet though, so we're going to aim for the thigh or the shin and reach the left. Try to be sideways. Stack the shoulders. Keep them off the ears. And this is going to put us low in this reverse warrior. So from here, bend into the front leg, reach the right hand really low, stay low, and reverse. Remember to breathe. A lot of times when people come up out of this low position, they lift the leg, but we want to leave it where it was and reverse. From here, driving off the back leg right to a standing L. So I push and catch. Left leg up, trying to have a straight back, fingertips on the floor, engage the standing leg. Remember, it's a stretch for this hamstring. So I'm not doing a bunch of funny stuff to see how high I can get my leg. I want my hip down and an L shape with my legs. And let's bend that right leg, step that left leg back, push to plank, shift forward just a little bit. Chaturanga, up dog, shoulders off of ears. Leading with the chest, push back, down dog. That's the flow, baby. Let's do it all on the left. Inhale, left leg up, shift forward. Crunch left elbow, left knee, or tricep to knee. Make sure your weight's forward. Engage, squeeze, squeeze. Send it back. Step it up. Crescent lunge. Inhale, rise. Shoulder square, hip square. Let's sweep the left arm back. Little twist to the left. Shoulders over hips. Remember to breathe. And we're going to swing the whole thing. Windmill arms, drop the back heel, reverse triangle, side body stretch on the left. Remember to breathe. We're still going to be pretty high in this triangle when we get it. So let's reach forward, hips away. Thigh or shin, right arm up. Still a triangle, it's just not super low. From here, bend into the front leg as you reach the left hand. Scoop, stay low, reverse warrior. Side body stretch, working the front quad, little stretch of the adductors on the back. Pushing off the back leg, let's bring it up, standing L with the right leg up. Drive, reach, fingertips down. 2 straight legs, engage both quads. Shape of an L at the groin. So that's, roughly 90 degrees if we can do it. Back is straight, lead with the chest. Fingertips, if you're really a Hot Wheel, you can even float this, but maybe not yet. Let's plant the palms, step it back, find a plank, shift it, hold it, engage the midsection, drop it, chaturanga, up dog. And down dog, hips up, drive the heels. Let's do it again, pick up the pace a little bit, then we'll do it a couple times on a breath. Inhale, right leg up. Let's bring it in, try to crunch it, knee to nose. Squeeze. Send it back. Step it up. Rise up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Settle in, find some comfort in the discomfort, open it up. Little twist to the right, arms in opposite directions. Let's sweep these arms all the way, reverse triangle. Maybe a little lower this time in the triangle, hips away, right arm forward. Maybe we slide down the shin, closer to the ankle, left arm up. Separate the shoulders, but bring the scapula together. And now let's find the scoop. Look forward, bend the front leg, reach, reverse warrior. And using the back leg as a little boost, let's bring it up, standing L. Fingertips down. Left leg up, both quads engaged. We'll plant the palms, step back left, meet it with the right, shift, plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. All right, left side. Inhale, left leg up, stepping it through, crunch knee to nose. Sending it back, stepping it up, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana A. Settle in. Find where you want to be. Sweep the left. Open it up to the left. Little twist. Try to keep the shoulders over the hips. And now we're going to windmill back. Reverse triangle. Side body stretch. Sets us up for the real triangle, Trikonasana. Hips away, reaches forward, maybe a little lower this time, maybe down to the ankle, reach up, shoulders away, but scapula together, like you're peeling open the chest. And now let's scoop it. Look forward, bend the front leg, reach forward, reverse. Back leg straight, front leg bent. Launch it off the back, standing L. Fingertips down, right leg up, both quads engaged. Try to lead with the sternum. Plant the palms, right leg back, meet it with the left, shift. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. All right, let's pick up the pace now that we know the routine. It's an easy little flow, useful for you to do on your own because it's not that hard to remember. All the moves kind of flow together. Inhale, right leg up. Let's crunch it to the opposite side elbow. Hit it, squeeze it. If you're cool, maybe come off the ground for a quick fly and then send it back. You don't have to do that part, only if you're super cool. Step it up, rise it up, inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, standing L. Take a couple of breaths here. And let's step it back. Left, then right. Find the plank shift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. All right. Get settled. Find your breath. Inhale left. Bring it over, tap the opposite side elbow and squeeze. If you want to shift it and float it for a second, that's cool. Send it back. Step it up. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open it up. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, standing L. Take a few breaths here, as many as you want. Stepping it back right, then left. Shift it forward. Chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. All right, let's do it again on the breath. Easy to remember. Crescent lunge, then a twist, reverse triangle, triangle, reverse warrior, standing L. Let's hit this on a breath. Inhale up, exhale, stepping it through. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, standing L, left leg up. Couple of breaths here. Stepping it back, right meets left. Shift it, chaturanga, up dog. Down dog. All right. One more time on a breath. It's a little faster pace. Slow it down if you want. Speed it up. Whatever. Just inhale, left leg up. Exhale, stepping it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, bend the leg, scoop it. Reverse warrior. Exhale, bring it up. Standing L, 2 straight legs. Couple of breaths here. Stepping it back. Left meets right. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. That's the flow. Talk about easy. Let's finish up with a few balancing movements and stretches. And we'll bring it up to Malasana, yogi squat, just to rest. So get to the top of your mat anyhow you want. If you're fancy, maybe you hop it up. Maybe you walk it up. Maybe you press pause and go get another coffee or whatever your deal is. Trying to settle in here, turning our toes out as much as we have to. Sometimes people start with these toes way out and it's too much. So I put them parallel, and then as I need to, I kind of wiggle my toes outward like duck feet. Body is pulling between the legs. Spine is straight, but probably not vertical. Palms together, that can help you with the pull. Settle in. This is compression, compressing the hip and the knee joint, requiring a little flexibility in the calves. Some people with no calf flexibility can't get this ankle compression and they fall on their butts. No big deal. That's what you have a mat for. If you need to, bring the heels up. Remember to breathe. And just to be cool, get some Instagram posts. Maybe we'll do a little crow or crane exit here. If you know this one, hit it. If you don't, look up my crow tutorial. I'm going to bring the hips up, plug the knees to the triceps, put my palms under me, shift a little bit, bring my feet off the ground, squeeze heels to buns, hang out as long as I want. When I'm ready to go back, I lean forward a little bit so my torso counters the weight of my legs and I land at the bottom of the chaturanga. Whoa, nice and smooth. Up dog. Down dog. We're going to step it up right, then left. Feet are about hip width. Lazy little gravitational forward fold to start. Then we're going to reach to the mat if we can. If not, we use our legs over to the right and try to push back to the left. So if you're on your own leg, just do this. If you're on a block, use that. If you're on the mat, fingertips or palm. 2 straight legs, driving weight into the left. And remember to breathe. So walk it over to the left side. Again, hands on legs, no problem. Shift it to the right. Fingertips down, good for you. Palms down, super good for you. Settle in, little hamstring stretch, and great for the low back. And let's bring it back forward. Bend both knees. Separate legged chair pose. Sweep the arms back. Bring the arms up. Shift the weight into the heels so you can move your toes. When you look down, make sure you see those toes so your knees aren't in front of them. Lift the hips, hands down, right leg back, little tap, Shiva squat. Maybe hands come up. Challenge the balance. And then we set the right leg behind the left like we're lining up the pinky toes. Another more challenging forward fold. Let's hang in it. Just a second. If you're not on the mat, no problem. Find something. We're going to bring our hands to the left for a huge stretch of that back hamstring. Same thing we did before. A little drive to the right. And let's bring it back to the front. Lift the right leg. Setting it down, hip width again. Feet are parallel. Bend the knees. Sweeping the arms back. Reach up. Chair pose. Weight is in the heels. Back is straight, almost like an arching sensation. Bring the hands down. Straighten the legs. Left leg up. Tap the left knee behind the right calf. Little Shiva squat. Maybe lift the hands just to practice some balance. Hands down. Set that left foot behind the right like you're trying to line up the pinky toes. And then let it hang. Great spot for a block if you need it, or you can brace off your own leg. If you got some hamstrings, reach for the mat and over to the right as far as you want. Maybe like at the 45, maybe all the way to 90. and then a little push to the left. When you're even on both sides, bring it back to the front. Lift that left leg up, set it down foot to foot, halfway lift. Big forward fold, hammies should be pretty open by now. Inhale, rise up and reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes, settle in. Little body inventory. We're going to find our way back to a plank. And then we're going to do some back bends. Finish with just a little bit of ab work. I promise, not too much. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, flat back. Plant the palms. Step it, jump it, float it, hop it, however you like to get back to that plank. Drop chaturanga. And then all the way to your belly. Hands out front. Parallel forearms, elbows are under shoulders, feet are separated but feet are straight behind the calves. Don't kink them in. Try to drive them straight behind and flatten the top of the foot. And then pull and lift the chest forward for a Sphinx pose. Shoulder blades still together. Shoulders separating, like you're opening that chest. Sometimes we get here and we just relax. You want to pull. And even though we're supported with the arms, make sure you're using some back. So that if I somehow pulled my arms out from under me, I might go down, but I won't totally collapse. Remember to breathe. And let's set it down and bring the palms back to where the elbows were, under our shoulders. Let's inhale and push a little bit, baby cobra. So this is almost like half and half. I'm staying up half with the press from my arms and my triceps and the other half with the back. So I could take these hands away and stay up. Let's exhale, set it down, leave the palms where they are, squeeze the elbows together, go in King Cobra. Try to straighten the arms, try to keep the hips down. They might come up a little bit, but two opposite motions. Hips to the mat, shoulders to the sky. Inhale, press. Arms are pretty much straight, shoulders back, hips low, chest up, scapula together for 3, 2, 1. Let's set it down. Little floor bow action here. If you can get it, reach back, one foot or ankle, the other foot or ankle, not too wide with the knees, and kick away with those feet and lift the chest. Little higher, little higher. You're kind of balancing right on the middle of your body for 3, 2, 1. Ooh, set it down nice and easy. Push it back, wide knees, child's pose. Keep a rounding in the spine here. This fetal position, this curvature is why it's called child's pose. So make sure your tailbone to your head has a nice round to it. If you need to move a little bit to counteract those back bends, go for it. We are going to finish with some boat poses and a really quick butterfly stretch. So find your way through to a seat however you can. Maybe you can hop it through like I just barely can. Put your buns down. Make the shape of an L with your body and your legs. So from here, you're not forward, you're not back. You're trying to be just upright. All we're going to do is lean the body back and let the heels come up like a really shallow boat. But what's keeping them up is our abs. Just for a second, kind of wake them up. So heels are off the ground, maybe 6 inches. Using the core though. Nice and easy, breathe. Quads are engaged, hip flexors are being used, but try to focus on the core. Let's set it down. Now we're gonna bend the knees a little bit. Bring the chest even more forward. Same thing, shift it back. Modified, kind of a broken boat. Still using the core. Knees can be closer to the ground or more up to put the lower leg parallel to the mat. Whatever you're ready for, because the last one's a doozy. We're gonna be a perfect V in the last boat. Keep the core engaged. If you're really in shape, if you didn't treat the holidays like I did, maybe even add some stuff in here. A little spinal movement, a few pumps, whatever feels good. Sometimes from this position we fatigue and start to round, and all that does is relax the abs. So we want to keep the chest up. If you need to counterbalance, you can bring the hands out. I'm just trying to distract you so you'll keep doing the ab work. Let's set it down. This time, if you can, 2 straight legs, quads engaged, all the way up. Try to be the shape of a V, shoulder blades still together, engaging the core. Start to feel it in the hip flexors. Maybe reach forward, get it a little bit higher. Maybe pump it a couple times. If this isn't for you, just bend the knees again. Stick with me here, just a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Let's cross the legs, middle of the mat. Couple of easy little spinal twists. Opposite grips, straight. Turn, look over the back shoulder. Exhale for a little more. Inhale for a little bit of height. Switch it out when you're ready. Opposite grip, nice and tall. Look over the back shoulder. Remember to breathe. Every exhale gives you a little tighter twist. For 3, and 2, and 1. Great job. Let's finish up with a little adductor work. Bring those heels in as close as you can. Soles of the feet together. I like to get this grip and then kind of walk my way in with my buns. And now I'm pulling forward with my chest, trying to keep a pretty anterior tilt of the pelvis, like I'm pushing it away to create tension in these adductors. And then, using my own hip strength, pull those knees toward the mat. If you really need help with this, you can always switch it out and push. You can always drive with your own elbows. Sometimes that rounds us over though, which isn't ideal. It sort of takes away from the stretch. Settling in. This is a great stretch to do when you have nothing else to do, like you're watching TV or you're sitting by the pool. Remember, not all yoga is about rolling out a mat and lighting incense and chanting. Yoga is focusing on your breath and your body. So you can do it just about anywhere and sneak in little stretches and poses that make you feel good all throughout the day. When you've had enough of that, let's relax. Cross left over right. Quick fold. Little something for the hips. Let the head hang heavy. And then bring it up. Let's switch it out. Always keeping things even in our hatha practice, right in front of left. And quick fold. As low as you want to go. Maybe hands, maybe elbows, maybe all the way down. Let's finish with one really big breath. We'll sigh it out the mouth. Upright, so there's plenty of room for air. Exhale to prepare. Big inhale. As much air as we can get. Forget about form. Just keep sipping. One more sip at the top. And then let it all go. Great work. A total yoga flow. We tried to hit the whole body. I think we got to everything. If there's stuff that I missed, you can remind me in the comments. If I missed a lot and you remind me in the comments, I'll probably just erase it. Great work today. Remember, you can do this flow anytime. You can come back to it just when you want to warm up, when you want to have a little flexibility, a little balance work, maybe a little bit of stretching, and you can modify it. It's your yoga. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the little bell. Namaste.
But the whole point of the machine is to relieve you of that suffering.